Hey everybody, Mushathescribe sending out all light, love, and healing energy to all the celestial beings of the cosmos. It's been a while, y'all, so I'm gonna break this video up into a few. We'll do an update on current events. I'll give out some great information here, and then just talk to y'all a little bit about what's been going on and things. But first and foremost, man, I miss everybody so much. Sending out mad love, mad love, mad love for real. Had to take a little break, just to readjust to a different lifestyle now for real. So much has changed since last year, like in my personal life, as well as life in general, with the populace and how people are living and how we're moving and things. So just adjusting to that. But I'm out here, taking a little night stroll. The stars aren't out tonight. It's just darkness. We haven't had pink skies in a little bit, which is surprising because you know how prominent they were a few months ago and things. But starting out, what has been going on? What have I been up to with this little hiatus from YouTube? So I told you I was working on like a major project. And it was actually two major projects that I was working on. And the one that is more mechanical, experimental, and involves, a whole lot of science is still an undergoing process. That's still in the works. But the second one I can go ahead and tell y'all about for real. I talk a lot on here about like the past life regression meditations, and different methods that you can use to access past life memory, recognition, and things like that. And I finally have built a system that I have tested, on a few friends and family, of how to break it down and hone in and help you identify, your consciousness from past lives, different lives that you've lived, different beings that you have inhabited and lived in a cycle as. So I have that breakdown. So I'll put my email in the description below, and if you're interested in getting help with that, I have that fully laid out and everything, and I'll go ahead and shoot that over to you on how exactly I can help you do that, and information that you would have to supply and things like that. With myself, I've discovered two of the past life variations for myself. I've been able to identify, the name, my past names, past locations, family lineage, the actual geographical location of where this took place and the time, down to a T. In the process, I don't want to say it's super hard or extremely complicated. It's just the information that you have to have for it has to come from within for real. So it has to be information based on your past, your life as you grew up in things, different actions that you've taken, different things that have come to you, traits of your personality, gifts that you have, as well as your phenotype, birth date, sign, and different cultures and spiritual practices that you are familiar with, as well as your dreams, your thought patterns, your mannerisms, the circle you keep around you, your own energy, your reaction to things, your speech patterns. There's a lot that goes into it, and I've broken it down to where I can get you on the right track. I've been working on that for many, many, many years, and I finally went ahead, and once I was able to do mine with the different experiences that we've talked about on this channel before, I was able to go ahead and make like a blueprint, of how you can actually do this. Because there are a lot of people that are very interested in this subject, And it's something that naturally came to me. And once I figured out who I was, I realized a lot about myself, things that I would have to change, things that I've already done. The reason why I am what I am for real reflects back onto a lot of the past life regression. Me and another one of the homies on here, shout out to Sirius Inner Temple, we've talked about this many nights, for hours and hours, and we've been breaking things down. So one day soon, I'll go ahead and tell y'all, my actual identity and everything. And I'm going to release the proper story, on my history from the location, because a lot of the stories are garbage and told from the side, that would be considered the enemy, and things like that. And a lot of things have been lost in translation. A lot of the information I'm gonna release has never even been publicly released like that. Like details that you would never be able to find on the internet or in a book or things like that. These are what these regression practices lead you to. Real hidden information, knowledge, and things like that. So I think that's everything I want to say about that right now. Let's get into the world here a little bit. They then came out with this, the third strain. They say third time's the charm. This thing seems a little deadly for the ones that are being targeted by it, for real. They're calling them different variants, and all that means is a different design, for real. The first and second one didn't get the job done. Let's see if the third one doesn't. And if it doesn't, then the fourth one's going to happen. But what I've been seeing from it is the fear tactic of it is causing the population to actually go ahead and increase the rate of vaccinations and things. A lot of them still aren't certified by, who is it, the CDC or whoever handles, that type of certification for medical stuff and everything. A lot of them aren't certified. A lot of them are still experimental. And that's the bottom line. They're making people guinea pigs. Guinea pigs for other reasons. The plasma in the sky has still been crazy. The radiation levels have still been, off the charts and things, and haven't been going down. And then we're coming up, it's August now. Shout out to all my Leos, and my birthday's coming up on the 15th and everything. But the Lionsgate is on 8/8, as you know. And it's a significant year for that now. Because so many different portals are being opened. So many energies are in the atmosphere and the cosmos and things. So many different planetary bodies and systems, are lined up different and closer, and the heavenly bodies or planets, things are here that were supposed to be here, but they ain't been here in a minute, for real. So, they bringing back that energy. They're returning the energy and things, and it's transforming natural beings, of this place. So all that stuff everybody was talking about around this time last year, about abilities and increase in consciousness and ascending and all them type of things, people had the correct information. They also were correct in the point of the energy cycle or the time of year. The year itself was just off, like the actual yearly cycle. We use years and months and days as references. They had the correct, days and times and dates, but the year was off. Everything wasn't lined up and open like it is now. So now with this Lionsgate portal, like we talked about last year, that's going to align certain planetary bodies and open up certain portals for interdimensionals, energies, plasmas, radiation, and all of these things at the same time, which is going to force the natural beings of this planet to shift or transform or upgrade, you know, whatever terminology you want to use for that. But that's what's supposed to be happening around, you know, this 88 Lionsgate for real. What else we got going on here? What's good, bro? Um, let's talk about this eviction thing. So, with the crashing of like the system with the dollar and financial things, they just said the other night that 4.4 million people, as of the day before yesterday, were up for eviction. I feel like that's another setup for riots and things of that nature, to increase like crime and to bring police and military presence to certain places, certain cities, communities, and things like that. Because like every time it dies down, they pick it back up with something else. So it'll go from like a outbreak of sickness or whatever, and then get switched over to like an outbreak of riots and violence and destruction. So it's like you can either deal with the sickness shit going on, and that can put the fear in you, or you can deal with people rioting and you know, conducting in chaotic ways for real. That's what they've been juggling for like the past 2 years, and that's going to continue. I just feel like that eviction, the timing for it is not a coincidence that, you know, that's happened at this time where the portal for the Lionsgate is about to line up at a time where people should be comfortable and in states of meditation and practices like that, you know, finding themselves and relaxing and taking in energy and messages and light codes and things. They want to bring another form of chaos to distract you or deter you from, you know, sucking in that energy. And we all know, you know, that's how they work for real. Same shit, different day. So that's about the 4.4 million eviction. What else did I want to talk about here? A lot of the beings that aren't natural to this place have been going, what's the word? Been becoming like infertile. Ain't been able to like procreate anymore and things. So that's, you know, that's a problem for them. That's not really a problem for us, but no procreation means no more lineages of their specific bloodlines or genome or anything. That means it's coming to an end. So they're gonna be forced to either mix with us and other beings or be no more. And there's not really like a third option for that. Natural disasters, man, I've seen so much crazy stuff going on here. I wouldn't even know where to start. We got fires in the middle of the oceans. We got people getting interdimensional beings all on video. We had the news pushing the expose of like ships and things for like weeks at a time. Like every day they were saying they were seeing something else somewhere, and now they're saying, yeah, UFOs exist, and you know, we seen one a day in this country, we seen one here yesterday in this township, and all that shit for real. They've been doing that a lot on the news. And all this is things that we've already previously talked about. These are things that have been proven years and years ago. But like I said, with the energy that's out here right now, when people about to start transforming and ascending and upgrading, you know, they gotta distract you with the bullshit. And I give a little bit of credit to like the generation now. They're paying attention. Like there's way more people talking about this stuff in a similar fashion as I am and our other brothers and sisters on here for real in the community, of all ages, all different types of beings. And they're using all the social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, all these places, man. And I just feel like it's crazy because like before 2012, you know, we was the cuckoo birds and the weirdos and the crazies talking about all this shit, conspiracy theorists and all type of shit. Now it's like a common thing for this information to get out there, and I feel like it's getting to the point where they will allow it to be normalized to take away the shock factor of the truth. Because that's what woke a lot of people up around that time in 2012, was getting hit with the truth, shocked them. And then when they got shocked, their asses woke up for real. So now it's becoming so normalized. You could say that people will become like insensitive to it. Like, oh, okay, I hear what you're saying. That could be true, but so what? You know, and that's where I feel like a lot of people are going with this. They know the information's real. They know it's true. They're accepting it. They're just not proceeding with change or using the information or anything. They're just taking it in. They're not practicing anything. They know a whole bunch of shit, but they're not using any of it. And that's a bad thing. So, touching back on the Lionsgate, my suggestions the same as before. Heavy meditation throughout this month, especially on the 8th. Like on the 8th, I think that we should all be setting up like crystal grids. You should be earthing outside, you know, no shoes or socks, drinking a lot of water, and absorbing a lot of energy, sun gazing, third eye gazing, mudras and mantras, and even spell work. And if you're doing spell work, like you cast on the new moon, and your spell or cast will take effect on the full moon. So just remember that if you want to do it as close to the gateway. I don't have my little app pulled up right now, but you want to do it on like the closest new moon and full moon around the gateway, so it can be as strong as possible. Other than that, let's see here. I've been seeing a lot of people on and off here talking about different wars and different fights and struggles between like people themselves and like politics, you know, including like politicians on one end and you know, civilians and people, and then on the other end like countries versus countries and people fighting over natural resources and things like that. I think the bigger picture for that right now is how people are going to be affected naturally by the changing of the atmosphere and everything. I think that's more important than this nigga beefing with this nigga for real. I don't think that shit matters right now. I think it's how you are moving and flowing with nature around you for real. That's more important. Now is not the time to be like fighting against the natural order of like nature and the cosmos and things, because you're going to lose. They are pretty much, you could say they on steroids right now. They are with all the shits right now. Mother Nature and the cosmos are with all the shits right now. They with all the dumb shit. So you can go against them if you want to, but your ass is going to lose, guaranteed. Now this is a time, if you're working with nature, you're eating certain things to cause a difference in your body. You're detoxing from certain things. You're exercising the mind and the spirit, physically and astrally. You're going to get like instant results now, because now is the time for everything to work. Like, not saying it didn't work before, it did, but you had to put in a lot of work. You had to do it routinely, and you had to build up results and things over time. But now, with the energies being returned here, it's like once you start practicing this shit, you're going to get results now. The energies are back here for all these things to work. It's not like you're building up the energies no more and then unleashing them. It's like the shit is all around you for real, and you need to put it in the super soaker, like loading up a super soaker. You're putting the energy up in that little plastic joint and busting with the energy that's all the way already around you, rather than trying to find something to fill that shit up, if that makes sense. Like, it's here for real. I've been noticing even a lot of people's phenotype has been changing slightly. The way people look, the way people have been moving, it has been a very big change. And even people's attitudes and how they respond to things is really different now. It's not as uniform. Like when everybody's moving like a hive, one does it, so they all do it. Now people are starting to make their own moves and choices and decisions. What else would I like to speak on here? I'm mad ain't no stars out because I would have got into that too. But I think we already hit 20 minutes. I'll do another one for y'all, probably from inside and everything. But yeah, this was just a nice update. Some of my thoughts on different things, some updates about different occurrences in the world and things, and me checking in. You know, I've been receiving a lot of emails. Some of y'all were worried. Some of y'all were hoping for some new content soon and things. And I'm back on here uploading and everything. I've got a lot of new information for y'all, and I will be doing that past life regression blueprint for anybody who's interested. You know, I'll be doing it for y'all. I ain't charging nobody anything. You know, all you got to do is send me an email and tell me that's what you're contacting me about, and we'll go ahead and rock out and get some of it done. So yeah, I'm approaching the house now. I just did a nice few laps out here, loosen the body up and everything. You know, getting some of this good radiation. They say stay out. We're supposed to around this time stay from under the full moon. I'm not sure what formation the moon is in the night because I can't see the moon or the stars, which is different because I normally can, but I'm heading on in the house. But yeah, I'll hit y'all with something else probably maybe right after I do this one. It's already like 1 something in the morning, but I'm up, so we'll see. So as always, sending all light, love, and healing energy to the celestial beings of the cosmos. Mad love, mad love, mad love.